Okay, it says I'm live. It says I'm live. We'll soon find out, won't we? It's Simon here from High Playing Games. Hope you're all well and having a grand day. I had other plans for a live stream, but not one, not two, but three games that I had teed up for potential live streams all have been updated, and their updates have basically crashed and broke the game. So no Ultimate Racing 2D2, no Indoor Lands, and I was having trouble with Return to Enon. There are three games that I need to get live streams out, but sadly the games were broke. So if you've got those on your wish list, probably don't buy them immediately, is my immediate thing with that. Good, we are live and it's coming through, and hopefully the chat will work too. So I thought, considering obviously with the passing of Dietrich Mateschitz, I'm playing as AlphaTauri in F1 Manager, and I just finished Season 2 and was starting Season 3. Why not dive in and come along for the ride for a couple of hours, just as a nice, calm chill down for me after a weekend of stress working. And that this could be quite useful. So I thought I'd kind of, before we move forward into Season 3, we'll take a look back, because I did a live stream on launch for this, and then there's been no other content since. So we just finished Season 2. As AlphaTauri, we finished 4th. We won a race. Oh, yes. Now, I don't know if you can actually get the historical stuff back, but hopefully, if it's got all of this in here, yeah, it will be how we finished last year. So it was Ferrari won the Constructors' Championships. They won 16 races, basically. It was ridiculous. Red Bull were second. Mercedes were a very distant third with just 2 podiums. We came fourth with a win, 4 podiums, I think it was. Alpine came fifth with 2 podiums. Alfa Romeo came 6th. Haas came 7th with 1 podium and nothing else, pretty much. Then McLaren, Aston Martin barely scored, and Williams didn't score at all. And last year, Carlos Sainz was our world champion. More? Beating out Charles Leclerc in the last race. Red Bull had fallen by the wayside. Spot the strangeness here. Lewis Hamilton has moved from Mercedes to Alfa Romeo this year. We'll sort out all of this in a second. And I'd switched up drivers midway through last year because I was running with Ralph Boschung and Jehan Daruvala, and Boschung kept crashing. So I replaced him with Oscar Piastri, who's faster, but also keeps crashing. And then I got rid of Jehan Daruvala and went for Guan Yu Zhou. Yeah, and then Daruvala went and immediately scored points for Aston Martin after not really doing quite nearly as much or as well for me in my team. So what is the setup for this 2024 fictional season? Here's the driving roster. So we've got Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz in at Ferrari. Sainz, current champion. Verstappen and Perez stay as they were in Red Bull. All very highly skilled, highly scored drivers, with Doohan and Giovinazzi. Don't give him a Haas. As your reserves. Doohan was Alpine reserved last season. Then we're looking at the weird stuff starting to come in. So Mercedes, Bottas is back in at Mercedes alongside George Russell. I'll be interested to see how that goes, the battle of the bees. And then at AlphaTauri, we've got Piastri and Zhou. Piastri does seem to be slightly faster, but the reason why he's down at 78, if you look at his stats in my game, he can't run tyres for shit. And he keeps on crashing and causing problems. So he's on there, but actually he's causing me stress. Whereas Zhou is slightly slower, but way more consistent. Liam Lawson is my reserve driver. He won't be staying beyond this season when his contract ends because he's not doing anything, and I don't use him ever. Nick de Vries is the Mercedes. Moving on to the bizarreness that is Alfa Romeo, who have gone for Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel. Last year it was Bottas, and I can't even remember who the second one was. Anyway, Oh, it was Vettel. Vettel was the second driver at Alfa Romeo. My apologies. Alonso stays with Ocon for another year here. Interesting that Alonso is rated lower than Ocon. Doesn't seem to actually play out in real stats, though. Dennis Hauger's moved into reserve drive for Alpine. Interesting. Kubica still in at Alfa Romeo. Moving on, Haas retain last year's season driver lineup with Lance Stroll and Kevin Magnussen. Richard Verschoor is their reserve. And McLaren staying the same. Ricciardo and Norris. Norris had a terrible season last year in my game. Barely scored at all. Ricciardo, I think, outscored him. Teo Pourchaire is the reserve there, interestingly. Nearly yoinked him, actually, but I didn't. Aston Martin. Jehan Daruvalla has moved there after I swapped him for Guan Yu Zhou, who was running at Aston Martin last year and kicking Yuki Tsunoda's ass. So I did a swapsy. Marcus Armstrong in there as the reserve. He was our reserve very briefly, but not for long. Pierre Gasly and Alex Albon in at Williams. Gasly trounced Albon last season. Frederick Vesti is that driver there. So, what has changed in the rules and regs? There has been some stuff that has changed with the actual cars themselves, but it's the sporting stuff that's interesting. So, we now have a pole position bonus point is new for this season. The other interesting thing that's happened, if I can just dive in here, is we've reduced the amount of, there you go, they can see the constructors for last season. Hurrah! The interesting thing around this is that we've reduced down what the top level of teams get for allocations for stuff, so it's going to be quite tricky to kind of run through with all of that. So let's take a look at our car, our wonderful little car, and do a little bit of analysis and see where we are, because I was doing well with strategy, not necessarily on immediate car performance. We've kept the Red Bull powertrain. It's ranked second, I think, overall at the moment in my game. But as you can see, that gives us good top speed, equal on acceleration. We're good with the cornering compared to the average car, which I think is good. Not by tons. Low speed we're good, though. DRS not so bad, but we're not so good on the acceleration of DRS. And then it's medium corner, dirty air, and we're just not great with the brake and engine cooling. So that's probably what we need to focus on. Yeah, let's get in for some upgrades then. The other thing that's going on in the background, apologies, just so that you're kind of fully up to speed. I've literally just, at the end of last season, upgrading my design center so that you can see that this kind of is going to go up to 15, because I feel like I'm constantly not able to progress my team nearly as much as what I want to. On the staffing side, we stole Alpine's Matt Harmon. That's the only change that I've made here. Everyone else is just on big ass extensions of contract out in the back, and that's because he was free and ready to single and ready to mingle from Alpine. Clearly no one wants to be there. So let's get into the cars and let's get some developments going. We've got no current projects going, but we've got lots and lots of things to deal with. So let's dive in. And I think, so our big, not deficit so much, but we could look at the rear wing upgrade potentially. We could look at underfloor stuff actually, first and foremost. Let's get in here. And what I like to do, we'll do 2.5. And then we'll do half of our wind tunnel time again. 34 each, and that is going to boost us up quite nicely. Then looking at design, do you want to prioritise high or low speed? None really. I'd like it to be quite balanced, so that works for me. And we're going to put 5 engineers on here, and we always go for intense, and this is because they'll put in the extra hours, your cost will be higher, but you're going to get greater part expertise, which will improve your future designs. We've got the money to do it, let's do it. So that's number 1 kicked off. Number 2 that we're going to kick off is going to be around, I think, the front wing, so that we can sort out our brake cooling, which is the other kind of thing that we're lagging behind on. So again, let's use the rest of our hours, get that straight up, and if we're looking at the airflow sensitivity and the brake cooling, that will get us up closer to the average of each area. So let's get that up. Nice little 5 in here, get some intense, another 2.1 million, off and away we go. Ta-da! And that's us. Let's go, go, go. Let's just stop briefly, have a look at our things. The boardroom is in poor condition. I wish this stuff would... Let's just refurb that. Let's totally upgrade that. Let's just helipad that. And again, let's just deal with that. And I think we're good with all of those. I wish that they told you of all of that though. Suspension simulator is poor. Disgust. Ooh, that could sort out brake cooling. Let's do it. Spending all of the dosh at the start of the season. Jack Crawford, upcoming driver, I'm sure he is. And the race simulator is poor as well. Ooh, that's a chonky refurb, but we'll do it. And hopefully we'll have enough. Yeah, we've done the hospitality, so that's all cool. Is there anything else? CFCD simulator. Ooh, okay. We'll come back to that. Let's earn some dosh first before we do things. That's the refurbish on the helipad. Diddly done. There are some unused scouts. Let's go to the scouting profile. And let's... look. No, we're okay. Quite happy with my staff. I know we've got one that's slightly lower than the rest. Let's take a look at Oscar Piastri. So as you can see, very, very good on the corners, less good on the smoothness, less good on the adaptability. Let's continue raising his smoothness. I think that's the big thing here. His growth potential is high though, which is good. Anything there for Lawson? Yeah. So again, we'll do the same there. Let's upgrade our memorabilia room. Thank you, thank you. So delighted for that team attractiveness bonus. There we are, we're getting in some extra dosh. Car part testing in poor condition. Oh my god. Again, I feel like that is a key one to go for. There we go, it's our race simulator and our boardroom refurbed, which is good. Here's our first design done. Okay, so that's a front wing in. Great. So let's take a look at what this does for us. So we're going to need to manufacture them. We'll make 4. And we can be quite normal because actually we've got ages until that's sorted. So that can just hover around in the background quite happily. Loving that. That then means that we've got some stuff free. So again, let's take a look at a new project and let's think. So we've already done a front wing. Chassis could be good. Suspension. Yeah, no, let's go for it. Oh, so that reduces down engine cooling. Why? Because the testing centre is not quite so sexy. So let's stay away from engine cooling for a bit. What about rear wing? There we go. A nice improvement in there. So we can do a nice balanced one. Could optimize aerodynamics. Little intensey one, another 2 million down the drain. Uh-oh. Okay, let's stop there. Anything else going on? Renata Veeb. Fine. Yeah. Okay, that's our front wing completed. So let's get those on the car. Much better. Alright, we've got 26 races until Bahrain. Good-o, good-o, good-o. Let's have a look at our pre-test. Oh, we've got an underfloor designed as well. Okay. So again, let's... Oh, can we not have everything going on? So here we go. So we are... Ooh, youchies. So we are great on low speed. That could be handy for some tracks. Thanks, Dickon. And then we've got DRS slightly down. Engine and brake cooling, we're towards the arse end of it. And actually, if you're looking at dirty air, it's weird how we've developed our car. Actually, isn't it? It doesn't quite work in the way how I was hoping. But we should be able to... Yeah, we've got that in 20 days, that's fine. Alright, let's get Joe in. Nice. Level up. Oh, and another one for you, Mr. Lawson. Let's take a look at our staff. Yes. Again, I think we can do a good old front winger there. And this feels... Yeah. Should probably have gone for cooling there, never mind. Okay. So, I think we're looking good. This looks like we will still be in the top half of the field, which is good because towards the end of last year I was doing stuff around nice. I was doing stuff more around where are done. Let's push that back up again, which now means that we can play with engine cooling and braking and all of that stuff, which is good. Cars, development. Oh, we've only got one design project going. What am I doing? I should have set off another one, you nonce. There we go, we're now better than the grid average on all things except engine and cooling, braking and acceleration in the DERs, which I'm quite happy with. We can sacrifice some cooling, I think. Okay, so let's get some more development going. Let's take it. So we've got an underfloor on the way, a front wing on the way, suspension could be good. Or do we want to go? Let's go side pods actually. Well, mind you, the next ATR period is in 4 days. Let's hold off for 4 days and then we'll go nuts for it. 2, 3, 4, stop. I hate that it runs on an extra day. Board confidence check-in. I'm glad that you're all happy. ATR period starts. We've got more time to play. So let's get straight in there. A new project in design. Let's go for side pods. So we'll do the 2.5 for this and the 34 hours. There we go, that will sort that out a wee bit. And we could do that, you know. Go for race performance, just ruin cooling altogether. Do you know what? Go balanced, do the lot. I find balanced is the easy, because you're making gains on all the things. I'm sure there's probably better ways to do it. Oh, it's only 450,000 as well. Ong trust ong. And we're up to 8k. Good stuff. Okay. So there's still a facility that's not nice, isn't it? It's, oh, we've got 2 really, haven't we? It's CFCD in the factory. So let's do that. We'll sort that out in a minute. Stop. Okay, so we're still doing okay. Cornering 3rd, 7th and 5th. I think that's great. So we're okay on our own. It's the everything else, when we're in dirty air we start to struggle, which is fine. Fair enough. Okay, so let's get our new we should have got our underfloors on, shouldn't we really? And install 1 and 2, which can only make things better. There we go. Now we've got our rear wing design complete. And for me, this now becomes, so we've got Bahrain in 3 days. And 2 days. Let's do 3. And then if we get back to the cars, let's stick them on. No, I don't want design. change. There we go, on 1 and 2. Beautiful, beautiful. And then we're back in for some car designing. Analysis, development parts. So we've got that manufacturing going on, which is fine. That side-by design's going fine. Still again, we've got problems with the brake cooling. Do you know what? I'm going to go back because I don't want it to drop. I think that's what I want. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. Again, nice and intense, but actually quite cheap, which is good. So that's them quite happily doing their own thing. Let's continue on to race day. And hurrah, we're off and away. So that's that. Bahrain. All good, all good, all good. Underfloors manufactured. We've got 4 of those in. So let's review our targets. Our targets is to reach Q2. I'm going to also put on reach Q3. Let's be crazy. I'm not going to do anything. Oh, it wants me to finish in the points. Okay. Do you know what, actually, I'm not going to put in this Q3 straight off. Let's see how we get on. So, the circuit information, compound performance. This was the big thing for me around how this game works previously. Just check and make sure that the live chat's actually working. Cool. Oh, chunky differences in the old lap times here. That's bigger than what it used to be. Interesting. I wonder if that actually changes my strategies though. So it's a definite 2-stop round Bahrain. Interesting. I just feel like getting on hard tyres is always best in this game. Don't know why. I'll just check on the dev points before we move on. Everyone, we want you to all be looking at your best, and you are. Right, to the Grand Prix weekend.
Welcome to the archipelago of Formula One. Bahrain might have a small land footprint, but it's showing its big spirit right now in the grandstand.
I'm sure it is, Crofty. Okay, so we're all looking good there. We've got our sponsors. We've got plenty of fun to report. Pedro de la Rosa there as well. 0 on that track acclimatization or setup confidence or parts knowledge because it's all new. So let's kick off. I do these things very quickly because I just feel like getting somewhere around about is fine. There we go, that'll do to start with. Okay, so let's get out into practice. I simulate all of this because I just want to enjoy the races. I'm really lazy. Oh, hello. This is good. Oh, Alfa Romeo clearly doing well with the. I see. My worry here was that with Lewis Hamilton and Seb Vettel, although Vettel didn't do very well at Alfa Romeo last season, and you can see actually, bit of a gulf there with Hamilton and Alfa Romeo. Actually, they're suddenly now regular points contenders, which makes me worried. And it for me it then means that Alpine need to not be as good car wise so that I can catch up, because my car needs to be better because my drivers are not as good in theory. But that's working nicely. Oh, good setup confidence too, loving that. Ooh, an optimal straight out the bag. You what, mate? Okay, so that's that. Then we've got another optimal out on there, but everything else was a bit dodge. Okay, let's go again, shall we? Oh, what is going on with the YouTube app? Apologies if you're typing in chat and I'm not able to see you. Oh, hello, Oscar Piastri up in third. Let me just close out the app and try again. It keeps on throwing up all kinds of things. And you can see there, Piastri is faster than Zhou. Watch Zhou then spin off and crash. Piastri, sorry, spin off and crash everywhere afterwards, so that's the main problem. Alrighty then. Again, Albon down at the back. Ricciardo's not having a great time. Ah, look, I'm happy at that. I am
Today,
the
we
happy
see the
bunny.
culmination of the team's practice effort.
Having that there between, I get that it's like queuing in Saturday, that still always feels odd to me that it comes in there and not at quali. Right, again, I'm happy with that as a confident setting. I don't want to push it much more. Let's do that for you. Just going to leave that where it is, to be honest, and see if it increases. Okay. Simulate once more. 4th and 8th. Okay, I feel like we could make Q3 with this. Bottas doing well in Mercedes. Okay. So how's the car parts looking? Okay, good 10% out of it. Fair enough. Right, let's go into quali and let's simulate Q1. Look at that. Out go Daniel Ricciardo, McLaren. Oh, it's like nothing's changed. Although Norris only just scraped through. Stroll in the Haas, Deruvala and Tsunoda for Aston Martin, and Albon in the Williams, meaning that Gasly got through. Wow. Big gulf there for them two. Now watch both my drivers not make it through into Q3 after being great all weekend. Hey, no we're in. Out goes Alonso, Magnussen, Ocon, Vettel, Gasly. Not quite the heroics. Hamilton squeezes through in that. Oh, Norris in. Okay. Okay. Juicy. Alright, let's do Q3. Fourth and 6th. Yes, boys. Bow. Hamilton doing for Bottas for Alfa Romeo what Bottas is doing for Alfa Romeo in real life at the beginning of the season. Loving that. So odd. So we're sandwiching a Sergio. Nom nom nom.
The grid is packed and there's electricity in the air. But there's no surprises in that. It's race day.
Alpha Tauri did rather well in qualifying.
That is all I ever hear Karun Chanduk saying. It's just how well we've done in qualifying. Okay, so what are we going to do for a strategy? So we think it's going to be 2 stops, which makes sense. The tyres go off really quickly, but it also kind of makes me go, ooh, we're up front. What can we do with this? Oh, they go off very quickly, don't they? Is this not... This feels better. I think. Now, obviously, we're going to come out into all kinds of traffic, though. That's the problem. Right, let's go for that to begin with. So why would you go? Why would you? Putting a little bit of extra fuel. We'll go nuts off the start. Watch it all career and go horribly wrong, but let's give it a go.
It looks like clear weather tonight for this race, with the drivers now just taking position on the grid. Looking at the Alpha Tauri. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them.
Yes, there is.
And there's Joe, down the grid. They might not be in the top 3 spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway.
He's literally sixth
Everything's been
in an Alpha
building to
Tauri.
this.
Shut up.
And this is it, the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Boop.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Why are we on scrubbed softs? Ah! No wonder we have to pit so fucking early. Oh, I hate life. Okay, Joe's back up to 6th. Is he going to get 5th? Oh boy, yes. Past Perez you go. Right, let's get you back on standard very quickly because I'm worried. Let's get you back onto neutral for deployment and all of that stuff. We've got some fuel that we can burn off, which is fine. Let's make our way. Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Piastri and Zhou are your top 5. Oh yes. And it looks like Piastri's going to have a go at Carlos Sainz, our world champion current. Hamilton kicking off at the back there as well. What's everyone else on? Everyone's on softs. Okay, I did wonder actually if that would be the case. Okay, let's get us moving on a wee bit.
DRS enabled. DRS enabled.
Cool. Go, 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 go. Piastri. Go, Gage, go. Oh, mind you, Sainz has got it on. Oh, and Joe needs to stay close to everyone. Right, let's keep going and see how the field kind of splits off. So, top 9 altogether, and that's mainly because Hamilton is bossing it in the Alfa Romeo.
Very good luck.
Look at that! That's Hamilton and Russell having a squabble. Hamilton in the... Oh, is that a change for the lead? It is. Piastri's up to third. Joe's up there. Who's dropped down? It's Leclerc. Leclerc's dropped down to fourth. Drama. Sainz leads the way. Verstappen and Leclerc must have had a little bit of beef.
Position gained for AlphaTauri.
Interesting. Okay. That's kind of held up Joe, and it's dropped him a bit off. And now, yeah, you can see I have a wee bit of trouble trying to get back through again. We're going to pop out into terrible traffic. We have just entered the pit window. Piastri is now second. All right, champ.
Good job, good doing it.
Come on, Oscar, you can do this. Joe's dropped back behind. Ah, yeah, Bottas has got back ahead of us again. Okay. That's a shame, but Piastri is doing God's work. Up in second in the AlphaTauri. And to be fair, we've kind of drawn back our deficit on tyres. Considering we started so poorly on used tyres, this has gone alright. Piastri leads! Go, Gadget, go. Not for long. Okay, let's continue on until we hit our pit window, and then we're going to get in first for the undercut on purpose, because they've ripped their tyres to shreds and we have not. Okay, so we're pitting. We're going to go for hards.
It's a race position gained for a Mercedes.
Sure it is, mate. Okay, in comes Oscar. Nice. Let's get Joe in this time around as well, 100%.
Box, box, box,
Or are you
box.
going to come back out again, Oscar? Is it going to be right at the back? Yes, it is. But look, clear air. Clear air. That is good. Ooh, there's a big white flash outside. Must be some fireworks or something. Right, push. On the old fuel. Let's see what Joe gets up to, stuck behind the Bottas Perez Schnimnage. Yeah. So that's fine, we're in early, fair enough. Just to Ruvel it in. Oh, yellow flags, hello. Is that Russell in trouble, potentially?
Seems to have been a lockup.
Oh, Sonoda, okay. There we go, they're all in, and look, we've leapfrogged the lot. I knew that would work. Nice. And we've done a lot of them as well. Piastri back out in the lead ahead of Verstappen on mediums. Mediums, if I was Paul di Resta. Yeah, quite rightly, he gets back through again. Leclerc still going on softs. Very knackered softs by the look of it.
You are the fastest.
Fastest lap by Piastri. It's Leclerc pits and Verstappen and Oscar at it. Down into turn one. Don't do anything silly, Oscar. This is going very well. Joe doing fine work as well. Ocon and Alonso have worked their way up in the Alpines, interestingly. That's crucial and key all at the same time. Okay, Piastri, do not do what you've been doing quite a lot. And crash.
AlphaTauri
Just
gained
stay
the
as you
place.
are, thank you. Show up to 6th, that's good. Russell kind of holding up that little clutch of people. And actually, the Ferraris are closing us back
Red
down
Bull
again.
gains
So
a
this was
place.
looking good earlier. It's less so now. but I think we're doing alright. I think we're doing alright. So again, let's push on this fuel a little bit. See if that can do anything for us. Oh, yellow flags, yellow flags. Who was that?
Looks like there's been a lockup.
Gasly the Williams dropping down to the very back. There we go. That has kind of pushed
That's
Russell
a
and Joe
position gained
clear
for AlphaTauri.
of Ocon and Alonso, who are busy squabbling away.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
There we go. So we've now got active. Oh, look at how those Ferraris have caught back up again, though.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Alonso's in. He's triggered early. Schnauzer. Is he back out on mediums? Okay. So there's Leclerc back up into the lead. I am super confused as to what Why hasn't that triggered me to pit? This isn't the first time this has happened. Right, we're in, we're going mediums. Go, 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 go.
Box, 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 box.
Nice. Out just behind Bottas, that's fine. We'll get you in next, this up around, okay. Oh, 14th, that's less great. What's going on outside? Okay. Go on, Oscar, you can do it, mate. Carlos Sainz pits, we're back out in the lead. More dramas and problems for people. Zhou now up to 8th. Is that Vettel on hard tyres? Sonoda in trouble, but actually still yet to pit in the Aston Martin, so he'll dive out the way. That should let us get a little bit clearer. So go, go, Zhou. You've got more tyre life than the people in front of you. To be fair, I was quite happy with Piastri sat in second, so let's keep going.
Alpine just advanced. AlphaTauri gained a place.
Okay, Zhou closing down on Russell and Alonso. Oh, Perez has got through though. They're on soft tyres, that's why. Oh, Thunder. Nice. Okay, my hoping with this is that because we did actually leave it a bit too late, we should, in theory, be able to start... Oh, what happened to Zhou there? Really lost out.
That's a position gained for AlphaTauri.
Alright, go, 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 Piastri. You've got this. Deploy again
I
for
think
Zhou.
someone's run wide.
Zhou now up to 6th. And
Last
here we are, Oscar Piastri. Are you going to win, mate? Are you going to win? I think you might.
Back off, back off. Copy.
We're going to win! And a P5.
Un petit peu dernier, batterie.
Oh shit, yeah, sorry Joe.
Check the flag.
Winner, winner! Straight out the box, lovely stuff. Piastri wins the race. From Vettel, Leclerc, Sainz, Zhou is going to be 5th, Bottas. There's changes going on all the way around. There's tons of lightning going on. Hopefully my connection is going to stay up. Where's Zhou finished? Is he going to come home in 5th? Yes, he is. Ooh, I don't know if you heard that on the microphone. That was really close. Good one. Everyone over the line said Vettel last. What? Winning at the box. There we go. That one is for Dietrich Mateschitz. Thank you for taking Red Bull into as much motor sport and motor racing as you have done during your career in life. Cheers, even though my glass is empty.
This was well deserved for AlphaTauri.
It
A
was.
solid weekend of racing.
Ooh,
That's
guy
right, they've made some
looked like
fine
Nathan.
strategic decisions here, and it's brilliant to see them pay off.
After an intense
Get
weekend,
in.
the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
The teams now look ahead to the next round, where they'll duel it out in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia.
So, Piastri wins the day. Ahead of Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz and Guan Yu Zhou gets 5th as well, albeit 35 seconds off. Got caught up in all of that mid-race traffic, didn't he? Bottas did well in his return back to Mercedes in 6th, ahead of the 2 Alpines, who I thought was going to be our general battle this season, would be Alpine versus AlphaTauri, but we look like we could be a step ahead. Perez having a torrid time in that Red Bull, and Russell gets the final point, bizarrely, out of all of that. Then it was Ricciardo, Magnussen, Daruvula made some good progress in the Aston Martin. They look like they had good pace, actually. But I don't know what happened with Alfa Romeo. Something went wrong there, because they were both doing much better than that. But then Hamilton ends up dropping to 14th. Vettel down to last. The entire selection of cars, though, just covered by 56 seconds. So it's not as if we've got a big field spread here. So, and I wonder if it's tyre-ish. Yeah, look, 25, 25, 18 there for them. If you're looking at the tyre history of stuff, you can largely see who did a good job there. Okay. So that means Oscar Piastri leads the World Championship pot ahead of everyone else there, looking juicy. And in the constructors, we're top. Hey, didn't expect that. Then Ferrari, Red Bull, Alpine and Mercedes. This will be undone by the end of the stream, I'm quite sure of it. But we'll enjoy it whilst it lasts. 11 point for Piastri. Good-o, good-o, good-o. I'm glad I won on stream. Suspension simulator upgraded. Good stuff. We're getting some doshing. So that sorts out our brake cooling issues, which now means that we can start doing some stuff with that. So much lightning. Board's confidence is high. Okay, so again, I'm just going to keep upgrading that smoothness because I want that smoothness to keep going. Just check because sometimes it doesn't do stuff. Right, okay. So that's all good. Nothing changing on staff. Yes, there is. I'm going to go for quick line communication. Let's get Pierre Hamelin up to an 80. Thank you very much, sir. Dickenbaum 4th. Let's upgrade cooling because we're going to need to invest in that. That gets you to an 80 as well. Lovely. Matt Harmon. Let's go for under 4. Okay. So Saudi is in 4 days' time. Again, so we've got enough money to do that. Do I want to do that though? I think is the main thing. Or should we wait a little bit? Everything else looks okay. Always being upgraded, so that's good. How are we looking on cars? So we've got 2 design projects going. We can't do a 3rd one until they're finished, so let's just keep on going. Get straight into Saudi by the looks of it. So a race preview. Now this is going to be, I think, less exciting for us because Jeddah Corniche is all about high speedy stuff, isn't it? So if I go to race prep, yeah, medium and high speeds, medium and high speed dirty air, top speed, so less exciting for us. One stopping though, looks like it could be the main way to go. Oh, definitely. Probably hards to softs, to be honest. Qualifying position 8th. Wow, it is an absolute storm here. That's crazy. Okay, come on internet god, stay with me. We're doing a good stream. Okay, I feel quite comfortable with what we've got. We've not got anything else that we need to add on, do we? So our car isn't upgrading anything in the meantime. Let's go Saudi. Dumpster's fire of a circuit.
Formula One is back. Welcome to one of the fastest circuits on the calendar here at Jeddah.
Okay, so at least we've got car parts knowledge now at 64%, which gives us some performance bonus, which is good for these peeps. Yeah, okay, right. So, immediately... No, do you know what? I'm going to just hold on to that and we'll start doing the swapping out of parts later in the season. Probably from next race onwards when there's going to actually be a real dip. If that thunder and lightning is coming through, the thunder is coming through the speakers, but or my microphone rather. Okay, let's simulate. How we doing? Oh, Joe, did you have a bit of a crash there, mate? I think you might have. Okay, Joe 4th, Oscar 7th. Fantastic. Oh look, Jack Doohan's in the Red Bull. Oh, I've not seen this before. No, this must be sorted so that they can actually do stuff like this now. Unless... I'm assuming... But that's a thing. Right, so we need... Did that change what was on Joe's car? It doesn't tell you. Still got enough in there though. So bad braking stability, fine. Go with that. Get you somewhere to the right direction, whereas this was awful. What's happened here? Still 5th and 8th though, so that's not bad going considering we've not got great stuff. Perez in the Red Bull, that's good, so he's not doing getting swapped out. Again though, terrible setup confidence for both drivers. What is going on?
Here we are, back for another day.
I don't think I've run into this level of low confidence before. That might actually work quite nicely. Simulate. Wouldn't surprise me. I think someone had said in a previous chat that when you play that yourself, it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. But I like to just do it just in case. There we go. Better. Got there in the end. Not great though. Okay, into quali then. So nothing fitted with damage, which is fine. What is these setups all about? It's like it's taking the piss. Right, that is your car setup. Yeah, that'll be yours. Right. Start quali, simulate the session, go. Nice. Who's out? Oh, Deruvala nearly got through in the Aston Martin. Ricardo out again. Gasly in the Williams out. Sonoda in the other Aston Martin. And the other Williams of Albon out. So Albon, Williams, Aston Martin struggling. Ricardo the low fruit. Again, Norris just scrapes through. But I wonder if he'll do the same thing in Q2 like he did last time around. Or he miraculously bounces forward. The answer is no. So yeah, Norris only not able to get any further at all really. Stroll in the Haas, getting in closer to Kevin Magnussen. There used to be a bit of a gulf between those last season. Got a Vettel sandwiched in between. Alonso loses out, doesn't get through into Q3. Russell behind Hamilton in his Alfa Romeo. I love that. Piastri, Ocon, Bottas, Show, Leclerc, Perez, Sainz and Verstappen again there up top. Okay, let's give this a go. 4th and 8th. Okay, nice. So Hamilton only the 10th there, Ocon only 9. Piastri next up. But yeah, it's close, isn't it? Very, very close. Up front, but Perez grabs the pole, just like in the real 2022 season.
It's race day.
Yes, it is, Crafty. Shush. Okay, so we're staying dry, unlike everything going on outside my window. I feel like that's a thing. So let's update our strategy for that. I almost want to switch it the other way around and have you start on hards and go mediums, but I don't know. Yeah, look at that. Look at how they just... I never want to start and use those tyres ever again. Let's put in an extra lap of fuel so that we can drive hard and fast. Let's go for it.
A partly clear night here. The drivers now lined up on the grid. And there's Joe. A top 10 position today, but will they be able to capitalise on it? The second AlphaTauri driver there. With a top 10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them. And we're just moments away.
What does that even mean? I hate how, like,
we're now
vague
moments away from this. The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Which is this. Go, 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 go!
It's lights out, and away we go.
That didn't feel like a good start, but okay. No, both losing a place. Come on, Joe, you can do this. Back up to 4th. Or not. Or yes. Nice. Piastri keeps 8th. That works for me. So a few people on mediums, a few people on hards, a few softs towards the back. That's fine. And we'll get these back to neutral on those as soon as possible. But we're going to push on the fuel, basically, is my plan for this, because then that means that we can do some late breaks and hopefully that will be fine. Okay. Oh, the Red Bull's having a proper good squabble. Perez trying to keep Verstappen behind, but Verstappen's on hards versus Perez's mediums, so you know quite what's happened there. Joe bouncing, keeping up, not too bad. Those Red Bulls. Crazy town. That's going to be a crash, surely. Going further back. Looks like the two Mercedes are also having their own little squabble. Come on, Piastri. Hot off the back of your win.
DRS enabled now, DRS enabled.
Okay, let's speed this one up a wee bit and see how we get on. It's already a 5-way fight up front. Again,
That's a good
although
overtake
Alonso's
from
got ahead
Alpine.
now. Has Zhou into the lead? What? I mean, I'll take it, go, 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 but Jesus Christ. Bomb it, mate. Yeah, go back down to 4th. Oh, there's a crash on track. Who is it?
Red
Who is
Bull
it?
gained a place.
It's Hamilton, I think, maybe? I'm not sure. Who was it?
They crashed out.
It was
Let's
Ocon,
see what
okay.
happened there. Now have a watch of this.
This is
Looks like
Ocon behind Alonso. Oh, straight into the wall.
That crash is terrible news for the team.
Oh, that did cause Piastri to slow down a little bit. And he's down in 9th now. No damage though. No, we're okay. Right, as you were then. Zhou down to 5 now.
Ferrari advance the race position.
That's Ocon into the pits. That should put him pretty much out of contention for us, unless there's a safety car or something. But look, Leclerc
AlphaTauri gained a place.
Cole getting away. It's Verstappen's hard tyres that are causing us a problem. So let's just go balanced on this for a couple of seconds, because no one's really... Oh, Leclerc is kind of pulling away a little bit. Perez now up into the lead.
Haas with an overtake there.
Piastri's not having fun today, is he? Okay, let's get Zhou back up again. Save both of you on your old fuel. We'll burn it litres. We're doing alright, we're keeping up.
Haas with an overtake.
Okay, put window for Zhou. This is fun. Who is that into the pits? Perez. Now Alonso and Co are in.
Red Bull moved up.
So we're looking at next lap, aren't we? So we are a tiny bit behind. So let's box this lap.
Box, 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 box.
Push. And push for you too. Nice and simple. So Zhou back out in 7th. Ooh, that's not going to go too well. But I'm actually quite confident that this will twist back round in our favour again.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
So that's Sainz and Zhou battling away.
That's a position gained for AlphaTauri.
There we go, past Hamilton. Gets past Alonso-ish. How's Ricciardo last? Oh, got a Sector 1 problem. We've had a crash on track. Who's that?
Yellow in the straight. Yellow in the straight.
It's Vettel.
Here's the replay. Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel.
Same
They've
problem.
lost control, and there's the crash.
And again, slowing down the Haas of probably Stroll, was that? Yeah. So that was Guan Zhou, now up into 4th. The Mercedes are really all over the back of us there. And they've yet to pit,
It's
actually.
a race
So
position gain
this is all
for
going to
Mercedes.
sort ourselves back out again quite nicely. in the longer term, but that has let Sainz get away from us a little bit. Oh no, Fallon back ahead, nice. There's Verstappen in, that puts Zhou up into third, which is great. Let's push on now, Piastri up into 9, 10.
Ferrari advance the race position.
That's Russell in, okay. Gasly and Deruval are back in again. More yellows. Okay, let's just save
I
our
think there's
fuel.
been a lock-up.
Look at Verstappen just clanging us down again. We aren't going to hold that, surely.
AlphaTauri gained a place.
I think I'll be
Red
happy
Bull
with
gained
5th
a
and
place.
10th here at the minute. Magnussen doing a fine job in that Haas. It's just turned into the Durs race, hasn't it, this one? Oh, walk on there, having to pit for a second time.
We need to push. Copy.
There we go, a little last lap drama. Right, still fourth, but Piastri did
Max
get Magnussen
Verstappen
at the end.
over the finish
Fair enough.
line and today's winner.
So no podium for us here, but again another strong outing. Zhou grabs fourth. Piastri after winning ends up 9th, which is less exciting, it must be said. But again, surviving and scoring, which is good. I wasn't expecting a championship fight this race, so the fact that we're won one race and we're 7 seconds off the next race's win, I think is good for us. Perez, I think, would be angry to end up third after all of that. But it's a Verstappen win against Leclerc. Perez, Zhou, Sainz, Bottas and Russell again getting good for Mercedes, lower end points. Alpine get Alonso in again. Another strong run for him. Piastri dropping back, wasn't great for him, but Kevin Magnussen gets Haas on the board with a 10th. Hamilton still no points in the Alfa Romeo. Ouch. I thought he'd be working wonders. It seems to go well in quali, but less in the race. Stroll not so bad in the other Haas, so clearly they're making decent progress. McLaren's sandwiching the Williamses, who had a good run there actually. Gasly and Albon, 14th and 16th, beating the two Aston Martins. Vettel dropping well back, and Ocon there with 3 stops. You can see actually 2 stops did not work for, kind of worked for Gasly, but Deruvala and Vettel it didn't work for, and Ocon on 3, certainly not. So that puts Verstappen into the championship lead with 2 podiums, alongside Leclerc, the other one with 2 podiums. Piastri slips down to 3rd after a not so great round 2. Then it's Sainz, Zhou. Perez moves up into 6th with a better run there and a podium. Then it's Bottas, Alonso, Russell, Ocon rounds out your top 10 with Kevin Magnussen, the only other point scorer. Swapping out Ocon actually, really, wasn't he? If we look at the constructors themselves, Red Bull take over the lead now from Ferrari. AlphaTauri slipped down to 3rd, but still clear of Mercedes in 4th. Could we be 3rd in the constructors? This was not the plan that I was thinking for this season, but I'll go with it. Then we've got Alpine, Haas, behind McLaren, just ahead of Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin, with Williams rounding out the field. Bring me the development points. And some dosh. Okay. So that's our design centre increased, which now means that we can have 3 projects on the go at once, and this should be great for us. So let's dive into our driver performances and what do we want to sort out, basically. So I think I'm going to go for overtaking this time on Piastri. And I'm going to go for accuracy on Zhou. Yeah. A bit late now agreeing to it, Simon. You've already pushed the button. No other dramas or changes there, so that's all good. Okay, so what we can now do... So we've got these projects going on here, which is great. Let's develop... Oh. Why not? Oh, unless it's like after today. Very much. Got there eventually. You know when it dawns on you, you're like, maybe. Okay, so now we can design. So let's go for this suspension then, because we now know that we can sort stuff out. So again, let's just go for this 5 and this intense. Okay, so we've got some underfloors that are low in stock, so let's manufacture two of those. What else? We'll sort the rest out if we get to it. There we go, there's our new side pod sorted. Thank you very much. So we've got high confidence in the board. Monthly finances are done. So there we go, we're now the fastest we're the fastest car in low speed corners. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so let's do an emergency side pods. Let's get them in. Change 1, 2. And I guess what's our new project? front wing is so... Do you know what? I'm going to save that front wing. Because it's clear that the front wing is expensive to do. So is that. Let's have another go at those. Nice. Oh, and a new chassis design is complete. Okay, do we want to go nuts with this as well? I think we do, you know. So that's that. Oh, look at how that falls under if you don't do some juicy stuff with it. DRS downturn. I mean, that's still... That's still meaty gains. So I'm quite happy to get another chassis up and running as well. Okay, so for the final race of this stream, and do let me know if this is of any interest to anyone whatsoever. I'm never quite sure if these ones are. Because then it's time for the Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix, or at least for me
Welcome
to
to
get
Melbourne
some dinner
for a weekend of
beforehand,
fierce
or ready
competition.
for it. Oh, raining quali, okay. Okay, oh, look at how much we're tanking the gearbox. Do you know what? I'm quite happy with that still though. Is that just a Zhou thing? Is the other one not nearly as bad? No, it's just as bad. Okay. Interesting. We'll keep going though. Simulate the session. How are we going to get on? 2nd and 9th. Not bad at all. The drivers in getting their stuff sorted. Bad. Everything bad. Okay, let's go with that for you. Why would you ever? Do that. Wow, 12 thousandths of a second and 64 thousandths of a second. Look at how close this is. Less than a second covering 1st to 17th. Yowzers. That's crazy.
Hello and thank you for joining us as our race week.
I think that's about right. That. Let's do a little bit of practice 3 and then we'll swap out some of our stuff because this looks like this could be a juicy race for us. Ah, now we're starting to fall back a bit. It's difficult to quite get the hierarchy as well of like where everyone sits. So that's all looking good. We're now on to inters for the actual race itself. What I'm going to do is just swap out this gearbox here so that that's cool. I'm quite happy with... I think I'm happy? No, I'm not. Let's stick in the engine so that we're back up to 100% here. Let's leave the ERS where we are. Oop. And again, we'll do the same with the engine and the same with the gearbox. Let's make sure that we have our stuff. So we're on intermediate tyres. This could be juicy. How's it going to go? Nice. So it's Stroll, Ricciardo, Albon, Deruvler and Tsunoda out. Aston Martin, clearly the slowest car on the track when it comes to wet conditions. Although, we're all on inters, but look at the times. Which just makes me feel like this isn't real. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. Now we're back on softs. Fine, fair enough. It might have started out and then got quicker and quicker, maybe. Okay, are we going to get through into Q3 with both cars again? We are. Magnussen just missing out. Hamilton doesn't even get through this time in the Alfa Romeo. Norris, Gasly and Vettel all knocked out too. Well done for Gasly to get through that Williams into Q2 for the second time in 3 races. Alonso made it through, as did Bottas. Ocon, so again Alpine, looking good. They're not far off us. But we are nibbling around the Mercedes more than anything else, so maybe I just need to change my mindset to focus on that more than anything else. And hopefully, have we not abused all of the soft tyres? Fingers crossed. Hey, 6th and 7th, I'll take it. Russell done us just. We're ahead of Bottas. The 2 Alpines are another couple of tenths behind, which is fine. And whilst we aren't really on the Red Bull and Ferrari's scale, it's more about actually being on Verstappen's scale than anything else. We're close enough to the Ferraris. Interesting. Okay.
It's time for the final touch.
It is. Thank you, Crofty. Okay, we staying dry? Yes. Oh. Should have looked really, shouldn't I? kind of feel like that's a better way to go. It seems to suggest, but then I would say no, right, let's go for this. Let's go for the long game with both drivers. I think we might struggle with Piastri because he loves a good tyre wear problem. But let's start out, see how we go. We might get a safety car or something like that, which will help us out. Yeah, once again we'll do the fuel and the ERS, but we won't actually change anything else. And let's see what we can do.
It's a somewhat overcast day for the drivers, who've now taken position on the grid.
They have.
Taking a look at the Alpha Tauri. Not as close to the front as they might have wished for, but we know. Get ready for the Australian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Interesting. Straight on Russell. Well done, Piastri. Go on, mate. Do him. Nice. One down. I'm quite happy to hold on to that. Okay. I think that was a good start for Verstappen versus Leclerc, though. That's looking juicy. Show having a look at Russell. That didn't quite work out. Drops him back a little bit, but again there, Piastri is free. And I think if we can just cling on to some of these tyres for a little bit, we'll be okay. So let's move.
DRS enabled.
I'm hoping it's that excuse me, with DRS we'll be able to just hang on gamely to the back.
That was a very good lap.
As Guan Yu Zhou gets fastest lap of the race. What? Oh, Perez in trouble.
Sounds like a spin. Let's take a look at the replay. We're just watching the Red Bull.
Now
that spin is undoubtedly going to cost them time.
That's handy, but that's also now buggered us because we're now off of the DRS train. So we've got some problems potentially here with Russell. Yeah, through goes Russell. Unsurprising. Alonso's got past Joe as well.
Advanced.
This is fine. We're in it for the long, long game here. As Piastri moves forward as well.
Mercedes moved up a place.
Well, look, the top 9 have all got away. Norris up into 10 for McLaren. They've yet to score. This could be helpful.
That's a position
So let's
gained
get
for
Joe
Alpha
pushing a
Tauri.
little bit, and Piastri as well on your old fuel. That going to help a little bit? Yes, it does. Joe up to 4, Piastri up to 5.
Alpha Tauri gained a place.
And you can see they're starting to pit and pull away, or pull off now anyway,
It's
so
a
this is
race
good.
position gained for Mercedes.
Ricardo's in as well. Sonoda. Okay, let's chill out on the old fuel. Joe there has got away a little bit from Piastri and Ocon having their own little squabble. This is good. Keep it on up. Another sector 3 drama. I think that was Sonoda having a problem.
Someone spun out.
Oh no, Stroll, sorry. There's Ocon now pits. Okay. Sainz pits, drops out behind us. Leclerc now in the lead. He now pits. We are a 1-2. Yes. And so what I'm going to do is just keep us trolling along round. Because look, we've made up. Yeah, we're doing good. We are doing good. This is going to sort us out quite happily. And I'm quite happy for us to just continue on for another couple of laps actually with this. Because the further we go with it, the better. So
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Leclerc is going to get back in front of us. That's fine. Oh dear. There's Verstappen getting past us as well. And Sainz.
Was that a lock-up on the track?
Does not matter. They're all pitting. I still think we're okay for now. Because this is all going to be about how this comes down to in the final
Ferrari advance
couple
the
of
race
laps.
position.
So now we'll get Piastri in, I think. I'll just very quickly pause because I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, now we'll get Piastri in because this is what I meant to do. So Piastri's gone 2 laps longer. We can now get him on that 100. Get him in.
Box now. Copy. So follow pit lane speed limiter, obviously.
And then we'll get showing this lap around. It's back out in 7th, but again, no need to pit. So we can just chill it on through all the way home. And yeah, we've lost out to Ocon in the grand scheme of things, but this is all going to close back up again. We're dragging Alonso along for the ride with us, which is a little bit annoying, but he's going to run out. And there he is, he's in. Because they're 2-stopping. So actually this is going quite nicely as we charge down on Esteban Ocon. Again, that Alpine doing good work. Good strategy as well. Probably better strategy than what... I don't know if it's better strategy than what we've done, but It surprised me that Ocon's been able to do so well. But that's Zhou through and immediately clear. This is good. This is
position
good.
gained for AlphaTauri.
Come on, Piastri, you can do it too. Do not crash into him. We've learnt a lot from last season, surely. Yes, he's through. Oh, Ocon's dragging along. But hopefully his tyres will be too knackered to care. Hamilton looks like he might grab a point or two for Alfa Romeo. Interesting.
AlphaTauri gained a place.
Come on, Piastri, you can do this. Get him back. Keep the position. Nice. Watch him now bin it. That's what normally happens. No, I think we got it. 4 and 5. Do, 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 do.
That's Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is today's winner.
Oh, and Perez done a second stop, didn't he? So that dropped him out the points. So we've made points on Red Bull. Nice. I feel zen. This is good.
Checker flag, checker flag.
Everyone else over the line. Yeah. Happy with that. So, Leclerc wins a Ferrari 1-2. Thank you, radio message. Verstappen again on the podium. Then it's a Zhou and Piastri. AlphaTauri 4-5. Juicy. Good run there. I think our strategy worked by making those hard tyres just really extend out. Then it was Russell, Ocon, Bottas, more points for the Mercedes. Hamilton gets himself off the board in 2024 in the Alfa Romeo. Still can't believe I'm saying that. K-Mag. Norris again, no points for McLaren still. Alonso didn't score this time. Perez with again, the 2 stopping didn't work. Didn't think it would. Gasly did well for Williams though. Vettel, Albon, Stroll. Ricciardo 2 stopping, as was Tsunoda, so yeah, all in trouble. So that means that Verstappen leads the championship just about from Leclerc. Our defending champion Sainz moves up into 3rd after his slow start. Piastri drops down to 4, then it's Zhou. Perez only 7th. Another suboptimal start to the season for Sergio. Hamilton gets himself off the board up into 11th. That was Norris's best result, equaling what Ricciardo did earlier. And Vettel finally having a clean run. And that means that Ferrari move ahead of Red Bull. We close in slightly on Red Bull. Shock. And we're pulling away from Mercedes and Alpine in an alternative world. Alfa Romeo move ahead of Haas. There we go. Aston Martin and Williams once again look like the 2 teams that will struggle to score this year. Okay. Oh, nice. Thank you. Okay, so what have we got? So we've got a regulation vote. So, minor technical regulations or major? I'd prefer to have minor, if I'm perfectly honest. Especially if they're just sweeping across the board for everything. That just feels unfair. Zach O'Sullivan for high-tech, an upcoming driver, fine. Nice little underfloor and a post-race. Oh, and we're exceeding expectations. Yay! Okay, so no for you. What have we got for you? So again, I'm going to do the smoothness because it's the tyres that hold back Piastri. Especially now he's stopped crashing. Or he's not crashing nearly as much, which is good. Lawson. Let's upgrade your braking. Oh, and some staff stuff. Oh, no, everyone else is okay. Right. There was no new designs, were there? No, we're still going through those, that's fine. Okay, let's speed on ahead. What's the time? I don't think we've got time for a new one before we get onto the actual race itself. Yes, we do have a low wing in stock, but that's because I'm planning for us to not need anything more. Alright, so we've got a new suspension. Research has been unlocked because... change past minimal. Good. Clearly Ferrari and Mercedes upset at the fact that we've ended up catching them up. Cool. So that just means a tiny bit of research in each area should sort us out for that, so that's good. Okay, what have we got in terms of... So we need to manufacture our new side pods, don't we? Or was it suspension, wasn't it, that we got? My bad. So again, we're having to play emergency. We'll do 4 if that's the case then. Let's get that immediately on the car. And then the juicy thing here was that we have a new... Oh, it's just the research, it's not the ATB stuff. Is it? Let's just triple check. No, yeah, 14 days, okay. Right, bear with me a second because I can't remember if it's 7 or 8 o'clock. How we go? Oh, the chat is going through. I'm so sorry. Sorry, I didn't realise that there was chat going on. Okay, 1 hour 19 to the race. We've got time for one more. Hey, Simmel. Piastri's photo looks like he's just been told that Alpine have been tweeting a fake quote from him again. Not much in driver moves. No, there's not. Hey, BP. Just barely keeping P5. How did your previous seasons go? So we don't Piastri has a low rating in this game. Came back from Hockenheim just now. Oh, wow. Hope you had a good time at Hockenheim, Silverwolf. I'm jealous. Okay. So again, looking good there. I feel like let's put on a Q3 here. What was the performance of Compound? Oh, so very little difference in Compound performance at Imola. So let's not bother with soft tyres again. Shock horror! This always happens. Okay, one more race and then we will bin off this stream so that I can go and make some dinner. Have a bit of a rest for the F1 race. So the car is relatively well known. Let's look at our car parts and get them sorted back to the old versions. Oh, that's already on the old version. Got to save that engine. Still the same. Still the same there. Okay. I always forget that you can kind of flip back and forth between all the different things. Don't know what I'm doing. Okay, practice one. Simulate. Oh, 4th and 6th. Don't mind me at all. Again, no other test drivers ever being run, but so close. Again, look, top 17 covered by a second. Mwah! Just the Aston Martins off the pace. Oh, good setup for Joe. Half out the bag as well. I'll take that. Is your traction bad? Who would have wondered? So that's that, 49%. Of course that's going to be shit, isn't it? No. Again, simulate me, baby. 3rd for Joe, 7th for Piastri. Near bad, near bad. Aston Martin getting a bit more quicker. Lewis Hamilton in his Alfa Romeo, still down in the second half of the field.
Welcome back as we continue.
Thank you, Crofty. Shut up, Crofty. Much love. Best kisses. Hugs and kisses, Crofty. Bye-bye. There we go. Let's do that. This clearly does something though, because when I don't touch any of this and I just leave it to auto queue, it always ends up with way worse stats than if I move something. So it's clearly triggering something in the game, even if it's not 100% taking what I do. So we go, Ferraris and Red Bulls up top, AlphaTauri's 3rd. Whoop whoop. Hamilton lifting all of Alfa Romeo up because Vettel cannot be bothered. Again, K-Mag doing well for Haas, but Stroll is well off. McLaren have really just plateaued, haven't they? Okay, so an 80 and 85. So not terrible, but not great either. So let's just flick back our parts again. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Again, I'm quite happy with that. Let's flip the engine again. And the gearbox again. Okay, quali. Who's dropping in? Who's dropping out, baby? Boom. It's Lance Stroll getting eliminated in the Haas alongside both Williamses and both Aston Martins. Tsunoda ahead of Daruvala for the first time, I think, this year. And that is the first time Daniel Ricciardo's made it to Q2. Way! We're looking juicy in 3rd and 5th. I bet that won't continue. Q2. Are we both through? We are. And there we go. McLaren back to their middling ways of 14th and 15th. Vettel ahead of them. K-Mag top Haas. Ocon this time out for Alpine as his teammate Alonso sweeps through. It's always one or the other normally with those. But Hamilton sneaks through in that Alfa Romeo again. Let's watch it all fall apart when it comes to the race though. Let's simulate Q3 so that we can get into this raceroo. 4th and 5th? Nice. I don't know what happened to Perez, but I'll take it. Went backwards all session. Whereas we went forwards with progression largely. Juicy. Like that. Mercedes behind the Alpine and the Alfa Romeo as well. Interesting. Okay.
Here we are, folks. We're back for another day of
Where did my rear
scintillating
wing go?
F1 action. It's race day.
Alpha Tauri did rather well in qualifying.
Did they,
Let's see if
Karoon?
they can manage
You've
to
never said
achieve
that
a strong
before.
start for the race itself.
Ah!
This weekend, Red Bull displayed real promise during qualifying. But will they
Promise?
fulfill that potential by the time...
Promise. Okay, so we know that the tyre strategies are grim. I love how broken this all is. But this is what we're going for. We're going to go medium hards. Are they soft? Is this one of these, oh, we've buggered up the tyres again? Because they've used everything. Yep. Fuck's sake. Why you do this game? You should be able to manage this tyre stuff properly. Okay, so we're going to do that. But we'll go a bit longer. There we go. We'll go half and half. Unless... Yeah, no, we'll go half and half with Zhou because his tyres last longer than Piastri's. But we'll bring you in a couple of laps early because you're a bit more spanky monkey with these. And what it does allow us to do is to then run hard on the hard tyres, which then means that it's less of an, not an issue, but it's less of a drama for them. So we'll have a good bit off the line, see how we get on. 4 and 5. Wish me luck, sirs.
It's a bit of a
and
cloudy
ladies.
day for the race, but the atmosphere as ever is electric. Looking at the Alpha Tauri. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them.
Should have got Crofty to
second
record all of
AlphaTauri
these
driver
different
there.
driver
With a top
names.
10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them.
What's going on with the
The
flickering?
teams are ready to go.
This game was so
The
missold
crowd
for
are
its
on their
graphics.
feet in anticipation of this. The Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
I've not seen anyone's PCs actually run
And
the
it's
graphics in the way
lights
how
out,
the trailers show.
And
that
away
they
we
do.
go.
Okay, Piastri's off and away quite nicely. Zhou less so. As we bundle down towards turn 1, are we going to keep Perez behind us? Just about. Piastri's okay. Yes, Zhou's ahead. Good. Okay, back immediately down to here because I don't want... We're going to save all the things. Yeah, I thought everyone would be on mediums and stuff anyway, so that's all good. Okay, let's see how we get on then. So 4 and 5, immediately attacking signs. Our defending world champion, no less. As we go across to start lap 2, Zhou's having a look at Piastri. I don't like it when they're near each other. Last year I did have a coming together between teammates, but it was more because one spun and the other one couldn't avoid it. They didn't like crash into each other for a battle. It was a weird thing. Okay. So it looks like Lewis Hamilton on hard tyres is going to hold up everyone. So this is good. Let's fast forward.
DRS enabled. DRS enabled. Come on, let's go get those points.
Come on, let's go get these points. Yes, King. Okay. On we go. Dropping Perez as well, bizarrely. Ah, Schnauzer. Who's the crash? It's not us. It's not us. Phew. Okay. I think it's Daruvula.
It's just a yellow at the moment. Just a yellow.
Let's take a closer look.
What did
Let's have a
Jehan
look here.
Daruvula
This was the
do?
Aston Martin.
Running last.
Thank goodness nobody else was.
Thank goodness no one else had to witness that kind of graphical carnage. Okay. He's still going though. Into the pits? Yes. Someone else in a bit of drama there too. Possibly
Oh,
Ricardo?
did someone run wide
Tsunoda.
there?
Okay. Right, Zhou, you're losing fuel. You're going to have to conserve a little bit, mate. Just so I can get you to that side. Same with you. Let's do a little conserve. And then we're okay. We've dropped off slightly, but I think we'll be okay.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
Crofty.
Look at that! They've run wide.
Oh, that was Sainz running wide. This just looks like it's going to be utter carnage, doesn't it? This has all the hallmarks of we're going to smash into each other. Bottas and Alonso. Oh, Hamilton's down to 12th. What happened there? He must have run wide or something too. Because that's now unleashed everyone to try and catch us all back up again, which is not fun. Okay. Let's just let them squabble away. We know we're going probably slightly longer than everyone else as well, which means that the... Oh, do we undercut rather than overcut? Overcuts don't work in this game, generally. But I don't want to get stuck on those hard tyres.
Very good lap.
Well done, Joe. Let's keep going. Oh, more Sector 3 drama. Someone's gone off.
They've locked up and gone straight
It's
off.
Verstappen.
Let's have a look.
Yes!
Here we see Max Verstappen.
Under pressure,
They've lost
boy.
it. They've locked up.
In the kitty litter. Nom nom nom. Okay. So it's a Ferrari 1-2 and AlphaTauri 3-4. As you do. How are we doing in terms of... So we're slightly ahead of where we thought we would be in terms of tyre stuff. So
Let's go for a push.
let's push just for a little. I'm interested to see if we can... Because immediately now that they've stopped squabbling, they're pulling away, and I don't want them to if we can help it. So let's do a couple of laps of
We've
this.
just had a car run wide.
Brotas in trouble. And if we can't do it, and it doesn't look like we can, let's get us back.
Back off, back off, back off.
Copy.
Copy. Let's just watch it and see if we can kind of hold on for dear
Who's
life.
running wide there?
Oh, Perez has passed Piastri. That's not great.
Red Bull moved up.
Show now up into fourth, up into third past Perez. Oh, we aren't terrible. There we go. Now they're all in the pits, but we're going to go longer because I think staying out on more mediums is better than switching on to hards a little bit. And then we can really push on those hards later, Sector 3 dramas.
Oh,
Okay.
there's a spin.
Oh, it's Danny Rick, of course it is. Okay, let's get Piastri in first.
Box, box.
Or do we? No. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Let's keep going. You was in too early. Okay, now you're in.
Box, box.
I just don't want them nose to tail on the track. I get worried. Alright, in comes Oscar.
Copy.
Joe stays in the lead,
So follow pit lane speed limiter, obviously.
obviously. Yes, you are pitting next time around. Go, go, go.
Box, box.
Ah, that didn't work.
Red Bull gained a place.
So Joe is pitting this lap. It's been a Speedy Gonzalez one. Okay, Russell goes through into the lead. Where's Sainz and Co? They're not through yet. Here they go. Nice. Oh, he was on the grass there for a split second, but we're out just behind Perez. Okay, I think we're good to go with this. Let's have a couple of laps of chill because Ocon's got a pit anyway. We've got to get round Ocon though, that's the main problem.
Someone's run wide.
So actually, let's do a little bit of deploy and a little bit of aggression. Let's go for it. Because Hamilton's in the way too. We're going to go around the outside. That's probably not a move I'd recommend, but oh, Guan Yu, you beauty. Mwah. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug.
That's
All right.
a position gained for AlphaTauri.
Go get me Sergio's. Piastri, are you going to have a go? No, you're not. Mainly because Ocon was able to get the Durs. But look, we're straight onto the back of Perez. So let's get us back down to neutral for both actually. Oh, is that Piastri getting past Ocon? Kind of. Push, 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 push.
AlphaTauri gained a place.
Ah! Nag nabbit. Okay, but Verstappen is behind us though, that's the key. Russell's still yet to pit, that's fine. Okay, let's harvest but go aggressive for both. Okay.
Red Bull moved up.
Damn it, Verstappen's past Piastri. Okay, let's get through. Oh, immediately as soon as I come out of that view, Zhou gets ahead of Perez.
That was a very good lap.
Immediate fastest lap from
Copy.
Zhou as well, which is great. And look, we're closing back down on Leclerc and Sainz. Russell's got a pit anyway. Let's
That
just go
sounds
back
like
to
someone's
standard
gone
for
wide
a
there.
few seconds. Piastri's back ahead of Verstappen. What? Okay, go aggressive. We got this. We can do this. Piastri might be more problematic. Oh no, Piastri. Ah. Okay, keep it chill for a bit. It's okay.
And that's the lockup!
Before Zhou does it as well. But look, Sainz is through. Russell yet to pit, holding us all up. So now is the time, I guess, to chill. Whilst we battle with Leclerc. Oh crap, Perez has got through as well. Right, go aggressive, go push. Oh, Russell pits immediately anyway. Thanks. Get you back there, because I don't want you to run out of fuel again.
Red Bull gained a place!
Ah! Guan Yin! Guan no! Guan no! I've pushed them too hard.
Is that a lockup?
Shit. Okay. Is that a lockup? Yep. It is. Okay, right. 5 and 6. 4 and 6. Okay, back ahead of Verstappen.
That's a position gained for AlphaTauri.
I will take it. Oh, more Sector 3 dramas. Anything for us? Nope.
Seems to have been a lockup.
Jehan Deruvala causing dramas. Okay, push for Piastri. Can you do anything? Oh, Leclerc and Perez are a bit further up the road, aren't they?
I think someone's run wide.
Oh, Bottas in trouble. We've had a crash on the track. So we've got yellow flags. Is that a safety
There's
car?
been a
VSC?
Let's see
Vettel.
what happened there. Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel. There's the crash.
That same old crash. It's almost like they only programmed a few things to happen on each circuit. So that's Vettel out of it. Ah, back to 5 and 6 again. I kind of feel like we just need to bring it home now. Well, we went bold. Oh, is that us going past Verstappen? Don't mind if I do.
Can push one step more.
Push, push, push. I'll have 4th and 6th then. I don't know what.
Sainz crosses the line.
I don't know what Daniel Ricciardo
He's
was
taken
doing
the
there,
win.
just getting stuck behind us all.
The AlphaTauri driver knocked it out of the park this weekend.
Did he? Felt like he knocked it outside of track limits, to be fair. So Carlos Sainz wins, his first win since becoming world champion last season. And it's another 1-2 for Ferrari. They did dominate my last season as well, comprehensively. Perez gets a podium again in 3rd. Oh, excuse me. Piastri 4th. Verstappen Zhou. The two Mercedes 7th and 8th. They seem to be very, consistent. And it's the two Alpines. Alonso ahead of Ocon. Beating out Hamilton that dropped back early on, but made his way back up to 11th. There we go. General destruction towards the back. Ricciardo got stuck behind us. Vettel lost his front wing, as did Deruvala. So, again, 2 stops not working for people. It never does in this game, unless like Bahrain is one of 2 tracks I think that I can think of. But yeah, clearly after 4 rounds, it's the can scores of the top 10 and then a couple of variations around. So we clearly need some interesting switch-ups maybe of how this all kind of runs together. But Leclerc now ahead of Verstappen. Perez moves ahead of Bottas. No other changes there. Red Bull pull away from us, but we are comfortably clear of Mercedes, which I didn't expect to be having happen. Still no points for McLaren, Aston Martin and Williams. Bit grim. And that, my friends, is the live stream. People asked for a second stream of this game, so I hope it wasn't too terrible and that it was interesting. Do let us know in the comments or in the live chat once it comes through. The YouTube app doesn't seem to be pulling through live chat for me, unfortunately. So sorry I wasn't able to spot everything whilst playing. But yeah, juicy and interesting. Methinks. Just going to save that there. And there we go. That is F1 Manager 2022. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy the American Grand Prix that's on in about 55 minutes time. I'm going to go and cook myself some dinner before tucking into that, watching the race and then doing some late night work. Take care everyone. Bye-bye.